I built an ugly Claude Code landing page using Jake Van Cleef's ICM folder system in under 3 hours, and it converted at 28% in the first 21 hours on the first 89 visitors. And when I say ugly, I mean look at it. But first, listen to the idea getting born 2 days ago. This is me building an AI receptionist live with the same Claude Code and the same ICM folder system. And then now we're going to start working through this process. All right, files and folders, people. It's all. I wanted to go buy the domain right then, but I had to finish the video first. It probably made that video shorter than it could have been. Either way, the very next day, I launched filesinfolders.com. And here are the notifications in my inbox. Every one of those is somebody who gave me their email address. Look at the times. 9:19 p.m. is the last one. Matter of fact, let me just go log in and show you. And there it is live. It's actually kind of funny too, because I had you pay attention to the 9:19 time. And so just a few things. If you look up here at the top, you can see I've typed in new dash opt-in. That's my notifications. So all these new opt-ins come in. And if they're from RIMAC, they're coming from files and folders. And then this is build market close are getting opt-ins too. Right. So if you look over here on the right side of the screen, you can see at 10:30, what is it doing? 10:33 and 11:06 p.m. So I've actually had 2 more opt-ins come in while I was setting this video up. And now I didn't earn, I earned them, but I didn't do anything. I just set up an ugly site, built to convert, and I went to sleep and woke up and leads were coming in because I've been building up organic traffic. Okay. And so I'm not going to sit here and rebuild the whole thing in front of you. Right. It's too late for that. You know, I could have, right, have built it, but I did go from idea 2 days ago. You can look at a date, go look at the YouTube video. You can hear me say it. I already let you hear me say it. But I just want to show you the actual files and folder system. Okay. That's, that built it. Okay. So I'm actually in my Claude terminal right now. This is it. This is what built it. Over here on the left, here is my files and folder setup. So you'll see these are MDs, which are just text files. Okay, that's all they are. And you have stage 1 research. When I researched what I wanted to, when I research, let me say it this way. When I research, I'm looking for pains, market trends, what's going on. Is the idea that I have going to be useful, right? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to say, I have this great idea and all this stuff. And then you go and then you build it all up and then crickets, right? And so you got to do the research first. And then after research, then you come up with your offer. So my offer that I came up with is the opt-in to get your free file and folder system. It's just files and folders, like, right? And then you got to market it, which is what I'm doing right now, right? I'm doing a live video showing you the files and folder systems. Then you got to be able to close it. You have to have products, right? So, what I want to do is go ahead and get Claude going here. So if you look at the path, I'm in files. Actually, let's make this a little bit so you can see here. Okay, that should be good. Okay, Claude. So we'll get Claude awake here. Okay, so we are in now. Claude is awake. So let's say I am recording. Actually, let's not tell him I'm recording. We'll keep it a secret. Robot don't need to know. Let's do this. So what I want to do is earlier today when I started writing this, the 28% on the 89 visitors, that's where we were. So now let's just do an update. And so I want you to notice a couple of things because when it starts reading on screen, it's going to start just looking through here. Okay. So where are we? Oops. Where are we? on the new opt-ins. Earlier, we were at 28% 28% conversions on the first amount of traffic. I am making a case study and trying to stay up to date. Well, actually, let me tell them. So I am recording the screen, so do not pull up and tell me anyone's emails or PII. Just also so that the receipts are real for the camera, make sure to let me know if any stray test opt-ins are in there that should not count as real opt-ins. Last, make me a pretty artifact thingy so that I can visualize this for the audience. So in the bottom is an auto mode, so I'm gonna put it so I want to point some out. So down here is plan mode. So if I hold down shift and tab, it goes auto, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna put in auto mode. Let's just go. But if you put it in plan mode, what it'll do is it'll ask you questions first. And I don't want this to be a forever in the terminal thing, but I just want to show you this, the files and folders. This is how everything's ran. This is the software. This is the replacement. This is one agent. And then after this, I'm going to show you it simply going through, and I'm going to ask it about a completely different project of a file that we're not in. Okay. And you'll see it go. And actually, matter of fact, I'll ask it about this because right now I'm in the middle of production because I'm producing this video. And so we'll do an update there and you'll see it go. So you can see right here, it's going through. And we'll give it just a second here to do that. Now, while it does that, actually, let me go ahead and just show you off the site, and we'll come back in. Oh, see right here. Hold on. See how it's reading the context MD, right? The context is the context layer, right? So it's going through. So it's going to go and find what I said and etc. So, Claude Code at 6:50 or so, I dropped back my email on screen and I'm exiting now. So make sure it's all blurred out, please. Okay. So that was a note to Claude because I don't want anybody's information on the internet. So this is it. Files and folders. Now, for anybody that was around and using the internet during 2006, this is what websites used to look like. And so I brought it back full circle because in 2006, I was building websites with text files and folders, uploading them to FTP server, waiting days for them to render. Okay. And then, hoping that it came out the way I want it and the rinse repeat. So you couldn't just quickly edit things. So let's just scroll through this real quick. Okay. So this was built and launched because of the ICM system. And I believe it saved my businesses, workflow, efficiency, everything. And it's so simple. It's not pretty. It's boring. So I made a boring website, an old website. Okay. A quick little 3-minute video in here. So you can always go and watch the video as well. Okay. Here it is. Yes. Here's the little opt-in. All right. There's the first opt-in. Right, and then here's just a direct letter, old type format. Just scroll through it kind of quickly because you can go see it yourself. Okay, cool. So right here, I told it, I said, hey, put in something like a sheet that they can put in your costs. So if you're doing a agentic multi workflow and you're paying for all these different things right here, so if you go and you put in, it'll add up down here. Okay, now watch this. If I go to put in as soon as I go to put in a number, boop, it opens up a nice little thing right here. No, that's required. 2 text files in a folder. Boom, put your email in. Okay. So I was really proud of that little thing right there. Now, ICM folder structure, I'm always giving credit where credit's due. The idea is not mine. I'm just a guy in public, just to put it out in public a lot more. Or I've just kind of grabbed onto it. I use it in my businesses. So, I mean, so this is the actual paper that he wrote. If if you're not super smart developer, engineer, software kind of background, this paper might make your face hurt like mine. Jake is much smarter than I am. So, but that is actual paper. Okay. So you can go check that out if you want. Again, it's just the index, the Claude, the context, and the folders, right? So go down and then, let's see. Oh, and then so I asked people, so I do have a small school group, it's growing right now, but I said, hey, if you have an ICM offer site, because that's kind of what I have now, right? I gave me a testimonial so I can put it in here. So people are starting to give me testimonials about ICM, and then they have real websites just to show you other people are doing this. You are not short on AI, you are short on somewhere to put it, right? You ask it answers. Look at this. It's a file and folders, not multi-agentic. Same thing. Just said a different way. Same thing, said a different way, right? So that's the Quiet AI. You can go check him out if you want. He's a pretty cool guy, super active in my group. And then Darren's pretty cool too, and active in my group. You don't need another tool. You just need your house in order. That's what this is. It's structure. Look, folders, a folder, file, file, file. It's all the same stuff. You stay busy all day, the business still feels messy. This is truth. Okay, so if you want to go check him out too as well, you can go check that out. But there are a lot of people, thousands. There's over 40-something thousand in Jake's group, but there are thousands and thousands of people doing this. Okay, and then I got the final call to action down here. And you know what? Matter of fact, you shouldn't have to pay. So this line I want this. Let's copy that. I want this to be line broken and just sit by itself, like right here, right above this. You know what I mean? I wanted to break this italicized line off, so we'll have that updated real quick and just show you. There's my sign off PS, and this is how it was back in the day. There's the PS, the PPS, the PPPPS, right? And so that's it. It's an ugly website, and let's go back in here and see what Claude found. So it is still running the audit now. Let me pull the real opt-in numbers straight from the CRM database. So it's calling Vercel, which is everything is hosted. I host everything on Vercel. It's free. I actually pay maybe a few dollars a month because I do so much and I want faster computing, but you can absolutely use it free to host a website. You can make a Claude Code landing page for free on Vercel, like literally 2 nights, and it'll even host it up on the internet for you. So while that's still pulling, what I'm going to do is Claude, go ahead and I'm about to hit mute on my mic. Go ahead and speed this part up and then make it back live when I start talking again. Okay, let me explain what's happening here too. Okay, I'm glad this is kind of cool this happened. Okay, so look, so the CRM numbers are in. Now I need a visitor count. Which only lives in Vercel, okay? So that's where it's hosted, and that's where the analytics are tracking. The analytics IP is refusing this connection. So that means I got something I got to look at, okay? Something's going on with my API there, which is fine, but it'll get fixed. So I'll read it from your logged in Vercel in one tab and close it right after. So what it's actually going to be doing is it opened up my site analytics in Vercel, and it's showing what's happening back in here. Okay, I don't think nobody's information. So this is supposed to be pulling into my CRM, but this is the data. For some reason, it's not doing it. See, we're in files and folders. You see right here. Oh, you can't. The screen's cut off. But Claude opened this. I didn't open this. All right. And he said he'll close it. So we'll let Claude keep doing that. But you can see I just launched it 2 days ago. Okay, you can see the traffic just started. It's saying up to 108 visitors, right? 111 here. The page views, bounce rate, where they're coming from, 41 from Google, some from Alodra's, my CRM, someone on Bing. That's cool. I got some Bing traffic. Let's go. And then mobile YouTube, right? So Claude is actually doing this and going to pull the data for me. So again, I didn't have to do this, right? Which is cool. Okay, so let's get back in here. All right, Claude, I am going back on mute while it finishes up. All right, it says numbers are in from both sides. Let me run a second more paranoid pass for strays before I put anything on a slide. So it's just making sure, like I said, hey, don't put anybody's anybody's kids in the street out there. Okay, let's be respectful to the people that have trusted me with their information. Which, you know, I do appreciate people that that opt in and follow me and get my school and interact and stuff like that. I'm very appreciative of, for sure. The trust in me is not lost. Okay, so I'm going to go on mute and let it finish up, and then we'll look at the report together. And so again, you can see checking whether the first opt-in is Ryan's own test. And so it's doing everything I said, right? And so I want you guys to see what's real. You know, I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. There's plenty of other people on the internet that are doing that. All right, so you can see closing browser tab. Let's see if that happened. Yep, but the browser tab is closed. I only have this one on my email open. So that's done. So it's loading up the skills. So skills are, guess what? Skills are, guys, they're files and folders. So it's loading up the skill to make the artifact that I asked for it. So I have the visual, okay? So again, we'll give it just a minute here. Claude, going on. Oh, and I thought of something else while it's doing that. Okay, so not only I didn't just build a simple little landing page. Okay, so there is, you know, it's got the footer links down here, right? So I got my legal stuff, privacy terms, whatever. But it's built the blog too. And during the research process and the early part of it, keywords are identified in the search engines. Okay, like context engineering versus prompt engineering, like all these like fancy words that are people, you know, Anthropic on context engineering, read by non-developer. So basically all this stuff's created, and what it does is, and the cool thing is this site was, I've used Claude enough, it knows my voice, it knows how I talk, it knows everything, that it knows how to do stuff and write like me. Okay. So, for instance, if we go back, and I'll be completely, truthful with you here, the very first version of this, all I had to change was it. So when you're doing conversions and marketing and stuff like that, there's got to be a villain, right? So you can see right here in this thing, it says the villain. Well, the villain is the gurus teaching and ripping you off and ripping people off and selling $5,000 courses and stuff that are just big maps of over-engineered crap. And most of them don't even use it. They're just selling it, okay? They're not in the weeds. And so that was the villain. But what it did was it picked up on... it goes out and it reads reviews and complaints and stuff like that. And it used the words like cohort and 12 weeks in there. Well, Jake Van Clief is holding a 12-week cohort. And so I didn't want it to look like I was talking about him, because I'm not. Jake Van Clief is not a villain. He's a good guy. I've learned a lot from him just in this structure. And so I had to change. It said right in here, instead of, it said no 12-week cohort. Okay. But so I had to change that. In the end of this video, it named the cohort again. So I had to change the end of the video. And then one else somewhere else in the copy. But other than that, 98% of this page was done, and I didn't write any of it. But this is exactly how I would write a direct style sales letter, because guess what? I have a skill called RIMAC direct sales letter, right? So it used that skill to write in my style. And just to drive that home a little bit, point home further, so you notice how this is like a direct seller style. One of my sites that services the home service industry only for veterans. Look, oh, Claude's done. Here's the artifact. Let's look at it. Actually, finish this thought and then we'll look at it. So look, here's a direct letter, sales letter that I wrote. Look at the back. It's all plain. It's just buried in a fancy site, right? So here it is, direct sales letter. Okay, so it used that skill. This is the very first time that I used that skill. I want to say in June. And so over the last 2 months, it's been used a lot. So it's getting better and better and better at writing. So let's see. Oh, still holding up. Actually, the title said 28%. That was hour 21. 100 people read the sales letter. 35 of them have handed over an email address to get the kit. First full day, no ads. It's about a full day because I launched this about 1 a.m. yesterday. It's almost 1 a.m. now. 100 people read the letter, 35 handled email. First full day, no ads, $1 spent. Not $1 spent on traffic. Read the letter, 100 people, first visit. Gave their email, 35 real people, 1 test removed. Came from YouTube, 42. Time on the clock. Live 15. Yeah, look, it's 12:39 a.m. It's literally right past the 24-hour mark. Hour by hour. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Hour by hour. Every bar is 1 hour of the first day. It never stopped, and the biggest hour was hour 21. Well, after the launch was over. So you can see like just every hour, onesie twosies coming in. Hour 0 is 12:30 a.m. Mountain Time, August 15th, 2026. So exactly, that worked out perfect. It's almost damn near 24 hours. Opt-ins across 24 hours. Longest quiet stretch is 1 hour. Where they came from, 1 YouTube link and nothing else. Over half arrived with no refer at all, which is people typing the name in. So YouTube typed the letter, which box closed them. The top, so the hero is closing. So that what that means is most people are closing off the hero, which you're supposed to design a page to convert without somebody scrolling down below, right? Like that's good. And then the bottom, that means people read the whole letter and then they convert. Then and now. So when I wrote this headline and this hook here, hour 21, the frozen number was here. And so 10 more people came in. What did not get counted? Your own opt-in, the button press counter, the thank you page, people landed back on it, refresh and share it, the form counter. What is left is 35 strangers who typed real email addresses in, and that is the whole claim. No, this is actually, I like how this little thing came out. This is a cool little report. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just link this down report. If you're watching this in my school, then you'll have that too, so you can see. But that, that's pretty cool. So let's go back in here. Perfect. The pool saving my scripts. First of all, I want to say the 4 counters. Okay, so it's just going to recap that page. So the thing is I like artifacts because I can't read. Like this just hurts my face to look like try to understand out here. Okay, so perfect. Yeah. Now let's do this. Let me just show you the ICM at work here. Okay, so I'm recording this video live. So let me ask this real quick. Where are we at in production of this YouTube video showing Claude, showing the case study? Okay, so now watch the screen here so you watch how the what it does. So here it goes. It went and read the context. It happens quick. It went and read the context layer of another file and folder. Okay. And also to show you what it's doing in the actual, let me put my actual real Explorer here. Let's see, desktop. And I'm doing this off screen. So okay, so here we go. Oh, it already came back before. It came back before I can even get this up. I was trying to get into my file folder. So what it did was it went into Oath Driven and it went down to production. Well, first, go back. It went over to Oath Driven. It read the context layer. Then it went into production. Then it read this context layer. And then it went and found YouTube Claude Code landing page. And now here's what it's reporting to me. Stages 0 through 4 done, 5 to 9 waiting. And I did I have a whole video on how I do this production and I get these done real quick. Which skin, so 2006 letter, the game plan, the script, the spec, voiceover, record it. So I already recorded the opening and the beginning and end of this. This is like the middle, like they're showing you. Once it's done, I'm going to do a storyboard, which is how the video is going to come out. Then it's going to have a 90-second approval. It's rendered first in the full render, then package upload to kit, and then it automatically creates a blog post for me. This is the thing. One thing, the live screen share beats 5 to 12, about 12 minutes. It says I was supposed to go about 12 minutes, so I've been longer. But there was some speed up time. Sorry. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Now, what was that I said I wanted changed? I'm squirreling here, guys. Hold on. We're almost done. I wanted to show you how just edit it'll come back and edit this site. So it'll go back into the right folder. Where was it that I said? Oh yeah, this right here. So let's go back in. Oh, pretty background. This is what I want. Quick edit on FNF. This line. Let's open quotes. This line needs a line break. I want it sitting on its own just above the CTA. So now it's going to happen quick. So watch down here. What it's going to do. It's going to think about however. Here it goes. So now it's going back to the files and folders, the folder, the site. Okay, the folders dash, that's the folder. And it's going to update it. So we'll just give it 1 second to do that, and then I'll refresh. We'll keep it on that screen right here, and you can see. And then we will refresh it. So it's doing all the coding stuff that I can't type. You see it in here. If you're a developer and coder, obviously you know what all this stuff is. I don't know what this stuff is. Well, I know what it is. I can read it, but I definitely can't do it. That's for sure. Claude Code, I'm going on mute, so speed this up. So and then I'm going to wrap it up after that. And you can see right here, it's going to Vercel. It's pulling all the Vercel again, so everything's hosted for me. So it's got to go put it in production there so it can get pushed live to the internet. All things that I couldn't do not that long ago. And I used to have to pay people to do this. So that's why I've just been going crazy. All right, it says done in live. Sits on its own paragraph. So let's go see. Well, let's go back on the website. All right, let's refresh. Oh, there it is. It's sitting on its own line, just like it asked. So go ahead, head over files and folders. All you gotta do is put your email in. I'm not asking for a card. There's no call, like nothing's gated. You're just gonna get files and folders. A little startup kit. Definitely no upsell at the end of it. Not right now. Eventually, I'll be selling some stuff behind it. You know, right? It can't work for free forever. But right now, everything's free. So I am not charging anybody for a file or folder structure. If you like content like this, then go ahead and click subscribe so that you're alerted on the next drop. I have a free school community. Join me there and say hello. If you'd like free software that helps you build, market, and close your offers, go to buildmarketclose.com. And finally, if you're just starting with AI or currently stuck in a multi-agent workflow, get your free files and folders system at filesandfolders.com. Now go be dangerous. Always got your back. Where I'm at.